Stay tuned to see how I created this embroidered canvas art. I started by measuring my canvas using my ruler to mark the halfway point. I wanted to section the canvas off vertically, so once I found my middle point, I used my ruler to draw a straight line straight down the middle of the canvas. These are the paints I'm going to be using: Master's Touch in Permanent Black and Antique Gold. They're both acrylic paints and they go on the canvas really smoothly. Next, I started painting one side of the canvas using the permanent black acrylic paint. I did not use tape to keep my lines straight, which is something that I can suggest that you guys do if you want that crisp line. But I tried to stay as straight along the line that I marked out as possible, making sure not to go too far on the other side of our line. Next, I repeated that same step using the antique gold. Again, trying to keep as straight a line as possible where the gold will meet the black paint, and making sure I did a couple of coats on each side, both using the gold and the black, just to make sure that the paint was smooth on the canvas. Also, make sure to paint your edges going around the canvas so that it makes for a complete cohesive look. Once the paint has fully dried, you're going to take your image and place it on the canvas, making sure to avoid the wooden pieces on the back of the canvas. This will make this next step so much easier. You're going to take a thumbtack or a push pin and go along your outline of your image and poke holes so that this will make the embroidering of the canvas so much easier. You can go in smaller spaces between each hole that you poke, or you can make wider ones. It's completely up to you, but you just want to go through and make sure you poke holes throughout the whole entire outline of your image that you've chosen. This is what your canvas should look like once you've completed outlining your image by poking the holes through. It should match up with the image that you used. Once you get your needle threaded, you will basically start to embroider the canvas. Now, the way that I'm showing you is not the way that I actually went about going ahead and threading the canvas. The easiest way, because the holes are so small, is to set a light behind it so that you can see each individual little pinprick. And you'll continue to follow the outline of the holes that you created on the canvas using a light. Now, I did end up going off my little pinpricks because I ended up making an accident, so I did end up correcting that by removing the piece of thread and the needle back through those holes and going along that second set of dots that you see. So this is why you definitely want to use a light behind the canvas so that it will illuminate each individual hole a lot better. Once you get done embroidering all of the holes with the black thread, you'll just make sure that you end on the back of the canvas and cut your thread and knot it off so that it's secure. Once you finish the side with the black thread, you're going to complete the rest of the image using your gold thread. Now you'll use your black thread on the gold side and the gold thread on the black side. This will allow each color of the thread to show up the best when you use it on the contrasting side of the paint. So you'll follow those same steps, following your pinpricks and threading your needle through the canvas until you fill up all of the pinpricks on the canvas. And again, once you finish, you'll end on the back side of the canvas and cut your thread and knot it off to secure it. And here is the finished embroidered canvas art. I love how this came out. I think it's so elegant and regal, and you could really use any image to embroider as long as you print it out and then follow the method of adding the pinpricks to the canvas. I really enjoy this, and I will be doing some more in the future. Thank you for joining me for another video this week. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this new method of art. I really enjoyed doing it. Make sure you leave me a comment down below telling me what you would decide to embroider on a canvas. Also, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, and turn on the bell for notifications. I really appreciate you guys for sticking along with me wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a great day, and always keep creating.